folks. Yeah, driving like a bat out of hell today. Y'all seeing and hearing me okay? Those of you who have not been banned. I don't know what the heck that's all about. All right. Hey, Britt. Thank you. It's good to be back out. Hopefully we'll see a little weather. Hi, Alexi. Well, true. Very true. But we want to see extreme weather. To the extreme! Yeah, we do have that. He has more trouble with chat rooms and forums. I guess he could just create a new name, couldn't he, or something? I mean, he's not banned by IP address or anything like that, I don't think, so I would hope not. So he should be able to just do another name. I'm going to pop in here real quick and do a little social media activity. And then away. Hey everybody, I'll be with you on chat here in just a second. So just chat away amongst yourselves and I'll be right with you. Now that we don't have a real solid way of seeing who's streaming, it becomes even more vitally important that I stop and do my social media work and kind of inform people via social media that I'm streaming. Used to we'd be able to go to, TV and weather and see the map and whatnot, know who was streaming. It's a little more difficult now since everybody's streaming with different companies and different outlets, and now we're on YouTube. Hey, hey, hey! How's everybody doing? Let's get out of here. Word to your mother. All right. Hey, Patrick. Hello, Anna, Rodney, Sarah. How y'all doing? I'm in Mississippi, so I thought I'd use a Mississippi accent. Even though I don't think it's a Mississippi accent. It sounds a little bit like South Georgia. Did he mute it? No? Hello, can you hear me? He has sound. If you listened real carefully, you may have heard me fart while I was typing away. I couldn't hold it in. It just slipped out. Oh, no story. Just trying to get out on the highway here so I can get started on my chase. So many cars. The noon hour, rush hour, and Olive Branch is, I think, where we're at. Olive Branch, Mississippi. Come on, peeps. Oh, nice signal. Good job. Here we go. Well, I'm sorry you can't hear me. Hey, Sarah! Welcome to the world of the hearing. Yeah, I wanted to get logged in before we hit the Memphis wildlife, you know. I know how much you guys love that, and I hope Perry is watching at least, even if he can't chat because of the issues. I don't know what that's all about. But he loves that Memphis wildlife, so... And, of course, we'll have some music, but we'll have to switch over to Ustream for that. YouTube has a very strict music policy, unfortunately. So, a lot of the time we'll be streaming on Ustream. I'll probably generally start out on YouTube, and then I'll just kind of, once we get everybody on board, I'll just tell them, hey, we're switching over to Ustream for a while. Play a little music, hamster dance, you know. We got to do that. Looks a little marginal tomorrow, but there'll still be some storms, I think, to chase. Sunday and Monday look pretty big. Tuesday and Wednesday, things may relax a little bit. And unfortunately, I have to leave at the end of the day Wednesday. So I may only get 2 really good chase days out of this. Although there's still going to be severe weather Tuesday and Wednesday. It just does not look to be as good. The parameters aren't as high as they're going to be Sunday and Monday. And then, wouldn't you know it, Thursday and Friday look great, but I won't be able to chase. Story of my life. But we should get anywhere from 2 to possibly 4 really good chase days in during this stretch. I don't see any real outbreak potential until possibly Thursday or Friday. But there's good tornado potential and good supercell potential for at least a couple of days out of the stretch that I'll be out. Possibly 5 straight days of great supercells and 2 days of tornadoes. So for a spot chase, that's pretty outstanding. Sometimes you only end up with 1 really good tornado day on a spot chase. This one, I think we have 2. But sadly, again, I'll miss the 2 really, really good days, at least the way the models look now. Now, that could crap out by the end of the week and not be anything. But just for the simple fact that I can't chase tells me that there's going to be all kinds of mayhem going on. Because that's the way it's been all year. The days that I can't come out for some reason are the days we've had big, beautiful tornadoes. So why should things change? I see we have a resident of Memphis. You'll probably understand when we get there what I'm talking about when I talk about the Memphis wildlife. It's been a Stormscape Live streaming tradition now for 8 years. Well, he's not physically with me in the vehicle, but he may be following, or I may be following him a little bit. We're all going to come out, me, Don, and Matt, but all in our separate vehicles. We're all going to meet up at the bed and breakfast there in Wichita, Storm Chaser Bed and Breakfast. And so we may follow each other, we may kind of caravan, we may break off, do our own thing, I don't know. But no, he will not be in the vehicle with me. Hey, Eric. Yeah, I am too. And I don't know what your plans are, Eric. Since you're coming out, you might be able to rent a car or something, or, I don't even know. Are you flying out or driving out? But even after I go home, you know, you've got the experience to chase on your own, obviously. So I'd recommend, if you have the time, to stick around through Thursday and Friday, and it's not going to be too far from Wichita. It really looks pretty good. Hey Marge, thank you. It's nice to be back up. If only for a little while, for a few days. Very good, Eric. Excelente. I'm happy to hear that. You will represent me in absentia. I will live vicariously through your amazing tornado pictures and videos that you post Thursday and Friday as I'm making my way back to Atlanta and then preparing for my daughter's graduation on Saturday. Caroline Phelps graduating from high school, South Paulding High School, Saturday. Please, if you can't send a gift, please send money. If you can't make it to the graduation, please send her money. Simply make a donation right here at stormscapelive.tv and I will pass that money right on to her. She was so excited. We had a little function at church on Sunday, and she didn't expect to get any cards and money and all that. And, you know, that's kind of what people do at graduations. You know, they give you money. And so, but she didn't know that. I'd never really told her that. And, like, she's opening up these cards, and there's like a $100 bill in one and $25 and $50. Like, holy smokes. She's like, what in the world? People are giving me money. I said, yeah, that's kind of what people do for graduations. They give you a card, and usually there's a little money in there. That's why people send out, you know, she only sent out about 15 announcements. And I'm telling her, I said, that's all you're going to send out? And she says, well, that's the only people I know. I said, okay, well, you know, might want to think of sending out more. And now she thinks, oh man, I should have sent out more announcements. I could have got more money. Caroline, she's funny. Ah, Richard. Nice. I gotta get me one of those 60-inch TVs. I'm like one of the last holdouts that still has a picture tube TV, 32-inch picture tube TV in their living room. They're so darn cheap now, the flat screens and stuff. But I'm like the old holdout. I just haven't upgraded yet. I feel so 1998 sometimes. If it wasn't for Richard, I'd still be stuck in 1998. Yeah, and we're running at about a 66 upload rate right now, which isn't too bad. That's not outrageous. So, do we have any weird clicking sounds in the audio? Is there any static, tinny sound? Things that people were talking about in the past? See, I told everybody all I had to do was get back to town and see Richard. And he was busy when I first got back. I didn't want to bother him. But we were finally able to hook up, and I told you that's all it would take. And everybody's all worried, oh my gosh, this is terrible, it sounded better before, and blah, 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 and this is, not what I expect from SSL, and There was much gnashing of teeth and gnashing and grinding of teeth from the viewers there for a little while. Well, all right, folks, we're heading into the area of Memphis that is one of the rougher parts of town. Many murders have been recorded in this area. Prostitution is a very common theme, especially just a little ways up the road here. I always laugh, there's a motel with a 12-foot barbed wire fence around it. Anytime you stay at a motel with a barbed wire fence surrounding it, it maybe isn't the best of places to stay. So, we'll get past their little their intermodal facility where they load up trucks and trains and stuff with all kinds of goodies, and we'll be checking out some of the wildlife. Not sure there'll be much wildlife visible right now in the middle of the day like this. It would be some of the real diehards would be out there. Yeah, one thing that people don't do at home that they probably should, and it helps with your live streaming experience, is to clean out your cache and defrag your computer. Run a defrag. Some people kind of forget to do that, and actually streaming, it helps it, I've noticed. So just do some of the easy stuff like get that CC cleaner. It's free, and it cleans out your cache, or get in there in your tools and in Windows, and you can clean out your cache that way, or do a defrag. I have this little program called Defragler that I use. Yes, we believe in clean money at SSL. Clean cash. Clean cash gets the 2 thumbs up from SSL. Once we get past the wildlife here, we will play our opening song. That'll mean we'll switch over to Ustream. So everybody familiarize yourself. I'm sure you already are, but if you haven't come to Stormscape Live before, just up the top of the page is a tab that'll say Mike Phelps Ustream. And if you click that on right now, you'll see a slideshow of some of my photographs. But normally when I'm live on Ustream, you will see the live stream come up. There'll be a commercial, and there are fairly periodic commercials, but if you use that one program, I forget what it's called, but it basically kills the ads, kills the commercials. Ad blocker, I think, is what it's called. If if you use that ad blocker program, it kills those commercials. But anyway, we can play music and be more relaxed on Ustream. They're not nearly as strict with their music policies as YouTube and some of the other places. So we'll switch over to Ustream here in a little bit. Many episodes of the first 48 filmed along this stretch of highway through Memphis. Get around this truck. Dana, good deal. Yeah, if you've got Roku, it's quite an experience to watch it on your big screen TV right there in your living room or bedroom or bathroom, wherever you may have your large screen TV. An experience that Caroline will never forget. We were going through Memphis here, and she had to go to the bathroom. It was one of those situations where she absolutely couldn't wait. So we actually stopped right up here at a I think it's actually a truck stop or something. And she went in there and used it. She said that she saw all kinds of things that she had never seen in her life in terms of the people. So it was quite a little cultural experience for Caroline. Yeah, let me do the driving, right? You know, come on. I don't mind it. You know, that's the whole premise of SSL right there. Just let me do the driving. You kick back. You enjoy these amazing sights from the comfort of your home or wherever, and work. And I'll do all the forecasting and driving and all the dirty work. And you guys, all you have to do is relax and watch. Not worry about anything. Well, she's they bumped her. She's on this medication called Lamictal. That's the one that I was talking about the other day. That was $500. Actually, more than that. It was about $560. That's for her epilepsy, and she started having a couple of seizures here recently, and that's bad news in terms of her getting her driver's license. Every time she has a seizure, it puts her back 6 months. She can't get her driver's license for 6 months. She has to be seizure free for 6 months. So that's bad news, but they think it's just a matter of bumping up her milligrams on her Lamictal. So she went from 250 to 300 milligrams now once a day, and hopefully that'll take care of the seizures. He's going to do another EEG on her brain, 72-hour. I ended up being able to schedule that after her graduation and everything, so she doesn't have to worry about wearing that silly thing during finals or graduation. They'll check her brain waves, make sure there's nothing funky going on, and making sure she's not having more seizures than she's aware of. She's one of those that has the seizures that happen in her sleep, or the staring seizures where she's not flopping around or anything like that. She's just kind of staring off and has no idea of what's going on around her. So they're going to be doing some testing on her. But in general, she's doing okay. I mean, she's still got a lot of issues, and we deal with those pretty much daily and weekly. But they're not overwhelming. They can become overwhelming, but thank goodness, since she lost her mother and everything, my big fear was she was going to really go downhill fast, and she hasn't. So she's been really strong and staying pretty healthy. So pretty proud of her. Yeah, I haven't used Internet Explorer in ages myself. It's like one of those things like MySpace. Is it even still around? I guess it is. Well, you guys get a good idea of how quiet it is in this vehicle with all this traffic around and everything. There's not a whole lot of noise. This is actually a really comfortable, nice vehicle. I'm going to kind of dread going and upgrading to a larger passenger van for tours, but it's going to be necessary. But I'll still use this vehicle quite often for chasing. I love it. It's been a wonderful chase vehicle. I'll always remember this as the vehicle that got us out of the El Reno tornado. So it will always hold a special place in my heart. And out of the Mayflower tornado, yes, with the flat tire. That's probably even a more amazing feat right there, the fact that we were able to escape that with a flat tire in this vehicle. All right, folks, we're going to switch over to Ustream, and I'm going to play our opening song. I know Mary Lou loves that, and she's on, so let me simulcast right now on both Ustream and YouTube, and I want everybody to let me know if they're seeing me on Ustream. here in a second. I just now opened up Ustream, so give it a minute or so to get through its commercial, and let me know if you have me up on Ustream, and I'll drop YouTube for a little while. I don't want to stream on both because that eats up a ton of bandwidth. Right now I'm up at 117 on the upload rate, which is really chewing up bandwidth. So I'll be dropping YouTube here in a second so we can play some music. And for the remainder of the day, if anybody comes on chat and they're wondering, hey, where's that Phelps character? Let them know to click on the Ustream tab. Live on Ustream. Alrighty, alright, folks. Give me a second here. I'm in a little bit of traffic, and then I'll kill YouTube, and we'll play some music.